All right. Good morning, self. Today is 3/6, and we're ready to have a great week. Um, I was feeling a bit emotionally drained on Friday, and I ended up sleeping in the middle of the day. Um, and then I didn't do my journaling over the weekend, but I did watch both Tom B and my video on YouTube. Um, and I'm still on the track of diagnosing my major issue with not being able to stick to my strategy. Because when I think about Friday's action, essentially I was up by around 10 to 15 points on three positions, and then I took almost a full stop on those positions. And then I couldn't get involved on the way back up, even though I wanted to. And then the mirage of mistakes came about. So I kind of just like lost my mind a little bit. And then I forgot what it is to trade in trend configuration. And I started trying to force trades at retail prices without structure. So I think that my major issue is that I I can't hold on after I get a little bit emotional, and I start forcing trades, um, and also that I don't have enough awareness of really what my strategy entails. Um, Regarding like if it's rotational or directional and what the rules for that plan are and how I should be following them. So today I'm just going to be mainly reminding myself of what the context is and what the rule set of rules is for that context. I could also set up like in the future. The only thing is what I need to do is like I really need to set up a plan for the context, like write one out, and then I could set up an audio alert for that context, which will constantly remind me of what the rules are, so I don't get confused and forget. So I would really like to just continue working on flowing with the market and just thinking of like the moment of now and not getting overly excited about potential opportunities or um, I guess kind of falling out of track without recognizing it, which is a really difficult thing to do. But a lot of times when I look back at my trades, I'm like, why did I do that? Like, what was the point in doing that? So today I'm just going to be reminding myself of the current context, the plan of the current context, and then waiting for those levels. A lot of the times when I take a trade and or when I'm in mental anguish, either because I want to take a trade or because the market isn't matching my expectations, I enter the state of emotional anguish. And the way that I relieve that emotional state is by trading. It feels good to trade when I'm feeling that sort of feeling. And right now I have only a 31% win rate, because I'm not capable of soothing that emotion in other ways. Like, in a sense, I guess, in a sense of being curious about the market. Instead, I want to just be a part of it and act on everything. So when I feel like I'm really stalking a trade, and we're in this like in between state, um, just really remind myself of the context, the rules within the context, and then look for potential areas to anticipate trades. It's not terribly difficult. A lot of the times I start off good, but then I get confused over time and I start to make random actions. So I really just have to be slow today and not overthink. There's no reason to be afraid. There's no reason to be afraid of failure. I'm just going to try my best. I'm going to try to do what is the max for me, which I'm already doing. And over time, it's just going to get better and better and better. I can only imagine what I'm going to look like 2 years down the road when I've been doing this strategy and doing the same thing every day for 2 years. I can imagine that I'm going to be pretty happy with myself. So I just have to keep working my hardest. And another big goal for me this week is that I want to I want to journal every day this week. I can't push off my work. And also I need to get my other things done that I've been pushing off. Like calling the Coast Guard, getting the Embrace paperwork done. I want to fix a few things around the house. So I need to work on being well-rounded and just be living in the moment, feeling the flow, and enjoying myself and knowing what I'm doing is for myself, to make myself the best version of myself. My Edge Pro X chart is not loading, and I'm not really sure why. Oh, actually, I think I know what I could do. But it might fuck up the rest of my stuff. The guy said to start it in aggregated. But then I think, yeah, it disconnects my book map. Which I'm not really sure why that happens. Oh, fuck, I deleted my chart. So yeah, we're gonna really enjoy ourselves this morning. We're gonna be in the moment, flowing. But I really don't know what's going on with Edge Pro X. Let's see. Nice, that's stuck. Oh, is it loading? All right, well, I'm going to listen to FT. So, we're expecting continuation as our primary scenario this morning, up to 66, 73, and even potentially 88 to 90. The overnight session, we came down, tested below the previous close to around 40, and then popped back up above the high a day. So we could see potential responsive selling to fill the gap at the open, and then we want to gauge the 50 level and also the overnight low area for buyers to step in and push us higher. And if we if 50 level starts resolving as resistance, then there's potential for us to fall back into yesterday's range and clean up poor structure. And the final target there is 23 with a pit stop at 31. The tertiary scenario is just chop, which we'll know if it's chopping if we start bouncing, disrespecting the day levels, and then we just gravitate towards 50 and start chopping around. So we'll be looking out for that also. All right, GG. All right, I got my scenarios laid out. We're mostly looking for longs. We see price push through here, VPOC migration. But the settlement is likely to be tested. We could look at this VHVN. VWAP and mid are acting as resistance currently. Potential to test the VHVN. Seeing some exhaustion on the bid here. Okay, some more resistance. Some more selling. Could look for a pullback to the VWAP. And then we'll target this 50 area. And then 40. Overnight low. VPOC migration. This low just held. We get stopped. Overnight high is at 64-ish. 64. Yeah, 64. We just broke the high here. Price checking the VHVN and the open line. Didn't tag that yet. Pull back towards the open line could offer a long. Algo stepping in here. There's a push of the overnight. Not yet. Touched it.
Nice spots.
Stops. That's a break. I almost pulled the trigger on this short. LVN here. Pretty big selling. VWAP. LVN there. Big head and shoulders. Volume up at 62, 63. High volume node here. VPOC migration. Testing the volume up here. That was actually a test of the open line. I really should have this marked. Because that could have been a potential long. All right. We have the VHVN here to target. And then we also have the previous settlement. So this is the first plan to break the high a day, reject, and then we retested it. We're continuing down. Let's mark this real quick. Open line is holding currently. See some stop divergence. Testing the LVN. Little selling structure. Let's see how we react to the VWAP. This is a potential VWAP to VPOC. Some decent buying coming in. So what we see in the market currently is that we started off with some selling and then broke high, and we tested the high a day, and we came back down, tested the open line, tested the volume here, came back down and held the open line again and VWAP, and now we're back at VPOC. So the market would have to break the high and then find a high pullback in order to look for a continuation to the long side. But the more likely scenario is that the market comes back down and tests the settlement. But either way, either one could happen. We seem to be creating structure here. Very much an open auction out of range. We've been trading inside the range of the open so far. Be patient. Hints of weakness on breadth as well as energies. And then FT is saying that other indices are weak. So we are back up here, testing this volume. Looks like we're starting to find some balance. So we reject from that level again. We see liquidity step in. Test. Come back. So we hold here. Now we run, take me out. Potential VWAP to VPOC there. Pull back to the VPOC.
Buy stocks.
Take stops. The volume is here, obviously, but we did just pick stops and now we're just returning back in. Yes, unable to test FSV WAP. Gap closed slash test yesterday's closed. If this is an auction and the PA is balanced, I would not expect it to be difficult to get those stats. There's a retest. So this was an outside edge here. I was reading the narration though. We also have this target here. Broke this. So let's wait. Breaking the high. Selling structure. FT said he's still sitting on hands. Here comes some selling. Stops are underneath 59. That would be open line break. All right, so we have the VHVN there. We're still going to be looking for the settlement here. Testing the open line. Liquidity below. Sell ice above. Absorbing a decent amount of orders there. Testing the high volume node here. Auctioning the open line, so break below and a pullback could be a potential short. We have to get risk neutral by the VHVN. First signs of a break here, but we have this low. Little zipper. Big battle ensuing. That's a big cell iceberg.
Cell iceberg.
Ledge. VPOC migration. Potential to test VWAP. And the VHVN. FT said he's expecting gap to settle but has no signal. I do. If we break the open line with this VPOC migration.
Nice talks.
There's stops taken. Potential to take me out. Potential to test the VN here.
Nick, I need to bring Feedy in.
Okay, unlock the door.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
Feedy's freaking out. I can't reach. Can you please open it?
I don't want her in here. Put her outside.
We're opening that door, so she can't be outside.
Come on, Dev. This isn't fair to me.
You're not gonna.
I'm being fair. She's just gonna fucking...
Maybe she won't. She's outside on the room.
Why do you keep locking the door?
I didn't lock it.
Okay, so back at it. Price check, VWAP. Price check the low. Price check VWAP. Price check the low. Price check VWAP. We're in complete balance. Likely to stop me out here. We're coming up to the VHVN. Need to have enough range to scale. All right, that's a break. Really tight. Yeah, that's not good, I guess. Still 2 inside. We could look for some sort of outside edge with structure around here. And the high is at 66. So potential tag 66.5 and come in. I think that's probably the best. Potential to see a push or stall out, but I wouldn't be surprised to see us take out that high there or counter rotate. Broke the structure. Price check. So we're unable to get down to 59 again. I mean, past 59 again.
We could both put it in there. And then I'm thinking, because we're up early, and Mom, you'll probably be up early. But I think in the morning, you can just switch out, so you don't want to be up early. Yeah. I know.
So I see break a structure, failure here, but I still think that we could pop. This is becoming a weak high. This liquidity is keeping a lid on it. We've created structure on the way up. Starting to break. We have this to check above. So we broke out of that. Holding below the VHBN, holding below the structure. Yes, agree with FT. The action is obviously more bullish than bearish, but so far not decisive enough to risk a long, especially not with stat target above, but several just a few handles below. Alright, so we hold VWAP.
So there's a place where you just go grab a sandwich to eat.
News coming out 1 minute.
I'm gonna move your bag in here. Is this yours? Oh, no. It should be out. Look outside. I think I used it out there.
So what we see is we're auctioning the high, we break down, we test VWAP, and now we're back up at the high, and we have news coming out in 10 seconds or so. The book is getting fairly dark, so might be a mover. We have several stats below.
Sell iceberg.
Sell ice. Here, absorbing. We take out stops at the high and then test here. This is a pretty clear-cut selling structure. Would have to see a pullback. That was pretty quick. Here comes the selling. Complete balance. Looks like it's starting to roll over a little. That VHVN price check was pretty decent. We do have this ledge here. Liquidity stepping in. We have volume up here at 64. Potential VPOC migration. So it looks pretty bullish. Holding the lows, pushing the highs. This is becoming weak. We could begin to look out here for a potential long. Still nothing here. I'm simply unable to answer the fundamental question. what is price inefficiency that the market should pay you to participate in? Rolling a bit. Testing this ice. Liquidity stepping in underneath. Wow, look at that guy stepping in. If this guy keeps up, there's potential for even migration. He pulls. He's gone. Opens the door.
Buy stocks.
Stops pulled easily. So it looks like we're gonna get a run. Yet to take the high. We just tapped the high.
Buy stocks.
There's the stops. Okay, so now we're starting to enter trend configuration. And the rules for trend configuration is to look for outside edges of the run. So currently, I see all of this balanced area as potential to test. But a shallow pullback, like FT was talking about, would be a pullback to 65. There's a ledge here. $90.5 target above, so size your stop accordingly, says
Buy
FT.
stocks.
Stops, 73 is a target. We'll take long on consolidation break. 66.5 to 65 is ideal zone now, but we'll also
Nice
take an
talks.
inside back break when it happens.
Sells talks.
Whoa. All right, so we're watching here. 66 to 65. Big order though. That's a potential long. A little high volume node. Buy stops, break above, pull back. Okay. Watching. Scaled by the high. Leave me alone. FT also took this long. We're targeting 88. Test the high. Need to break this. That doesn't really look great. Liquidity steps in. We're holding this volume currently. Need to see it pop back up though. See if the buyers could overwhelm this guy. FT said he lightened up at 71.5. Kind of looking like it could take to the downside. Unless this is going to be the pivotal moment, I would say. Alright, this guy's pulling. Opens up the door. Okay, we caught a scale. That was some potential to add. This high is weak. We're pushing up above. Liquidity adds below. Retesting the high here. Pull back. Taken.
Vice talks. Vice talks.
So this liquidity is not as certain as this here at 80. Little high volume node here. Liquidity pushing in. Pull back here. That was the overnight high.
But that's a Keurig too.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. My fridge is not cleaned out right now.
All right. That's definitely some sort of selling structure. Still gonna try to hold for 90. I don't know why overnight high isn't marked. Would have saved me like a point. So we have the high volume node here. Potential to take me out and test 65 to 66, which in that case will also be looking for a potential long. High volume node offers some potential. Would want to see a stop pick. So we see this really big run up and then a very aggressive sell, and then we price check. Now we're price checking down here, but we want to see us get into the grit here. Warning as the high looks like a bit of a blow off. Yeah, so let's not rush into a trade on this, because this is a pretty decent reversal here. Some decent selling here. This is an important test. So we break, retest, testing the volume here.
Stop and narrate the higher time frame chart. What does the chart say?
So we definitely saw some curling here. And then we break up high, take out the overnight high, see a counter rotation, come back down. We're testing the upper edge of this area. And we have some volume here that we just tested, retested the low here and broke above. High volume node at 76. some selling coming back into the book. Context, open above range and unable to get responsive traction, impulse higher. Plus long inside zipper pullback after impulse to target, impulse high with continuation to 77.75 and then 90.5. If long, is there a case for a short? If not, then hang in there. If so, then lighten up or close if out of bullets. I don't see a case for shorts yet. I did here. And even a pullback here. But my shorts are slower time frame. What did it test to stimulate sellers so far? Not very much that is significant, IMO. I have to pee.
And there's towels just under the sink.
Okay. So, IB to be set. In 2.5 minutes. Buyers are kind of, it seems like regaining some traction here with these higher lows. And this high, it has now become vulnerable to push up here. And this is also a weak high, up at 78.
Narrate the market, not my mind.
We're above the open, FS and RTH VWAP mid opening swing. Poor local low at 71.75. Just keep an eye. Nothing important to act on. Yeah, so a counter rotation breaking this local low into the volume here could offer a potential long as an outside edge. We have stops above this high.
Alright, I'm getting moving.
What are you doing?
Love you.
Don't take my stuff. You didn't even kiss me.
Why are you so nasty?
Okay, IB's coming in here. Looks like a little bit of a longing structure if it breaks up. We are above this low though. We have some structure to potentially clean up. IB has been set. I guess I'll keep them. They're from a while ago. But it's pretty interesting to see how they still are here for Price to interact with. IB is at 78.25. So what we saw was the rally break way above that 66 zone. And then we're creating structure. Curling. Break high. Test low. Curling. And now we're breaking high again with the IB just above. Testing the weak high. Slight pullback to this area. A little bit of a ledge here. And a little bit of a zipper structure. There's two distributions and they're separated by a large LVN at 67, which is also that naked volume point of control. Some decent selling here. That LVN is aligning with these levels here. So if we break below, that's the area that I would look to interact. So we came up and tested the high here. It said too high. Come back, test the middle of the range. We're chopping around. Not above here yet. We have some lows that could be broken right here into 71.5. So the energy has been released from that high. Price checking. Price check the low here. Find a little bit of buying. Not really much though. Another test. See some stop divergence. Slight lift. Holding above. This is also a slight LVN. Break out of that. So that was a slight break, and it did not like prices under there. Price check here. Some buying coming in. Lifting above this weak high. Price check. Some more lifting. Have to break above here. If we break above here, next test is here. But if we do break above this, that's like a structure break. So the likelihood of breaking above here and testing the IB becomes greater. And we're seeing some strong buying coming into that area. Testing the top of that small range. We do have a large accumulation of icebergs to the sell side, 4,800. So it does kind of seem like the larger players are accumulating positions, or at least releasing their positions. We have to see what happens at this IB. Is it an IB break, continuation, or an IB failure? Given the current context, it's more likely that it's an IBC. Here, looking at the Edge Pro X chart, we see a flag pattern that is separated by this LVN, and then a second leg up. And currently we're holding this volume here. So the potential to continue upwards is decent. So we break above, price check the low here, hold. Now we're retesting this volume. ES developing singles from B period left down at 66.75. Pretty clear line in the sand for higher. If we do continue 90.5, I wouldn't be surprised if it happened with a continued grind that maybe does not give a structured pullback. Watching here. Yeah, so the clear line in the sand is at 66.75, which is also aligning with these levels. So if we get stopped out, it's definitely not the end of the world, because we'll have another opportunity here to potentially interact. It's becoming very tight inside this range, so we're gonna see some sort of directional move pretty soon here. Seeing some buying coming in. Decisive break above that high. Next test is at 77. Small price check. That was some decent buying on the way up. Breaking above the high, that high. Sustained. Basing here. And here's a push. 78.25 is the IB. There's a test on some decent volume. 132 stops taken.
Nice toss.
There's some more stops up there. This liquidity is like a magnet for price at 80.
Nice toss.
Whoa. Holy shit. That's a very, very strong push above that liquidity. 1,200 stops taken, acting as potential fuel. We'll be looking for a retest of that IB for a potential long. This is the SOC here, a point above the IB. I don't know if we'll get it though. Retest. And now we're testing the low. If we break above this area, I think 90 may happen fairly quickly. Liquidity stepping in at 90, so I'm gonna just move this down by 2 ticks. I want to front rush him. Zipper action. Fill in the SOC here. Drifting. Weak high. Price check. Price check here, drifting lower. Break the low there. Seeing some exhaustion. Still looking for a pop to that IB. We've created an LVN here, right at the IB. Okay, coming down to the IB here. Want to see stops beyond it. A lot of order flow kicking in the book here. There's the IB. Taken. Sheesh. High volume here. Still looking for potential alignment. Testing the high volume node there. So test that 76. I think this is probably my bus. Yep. Still back testing the volume here. Not really good structure. So look where I'm entering, at the IB, with like microstructure. Not really good. We're at the height of the volume here. There's actually potential for an VPOC migration testing down here. So this is impatience. Next potential is that VPOC migration. Starting to see signs of reversal at this prior consolidation. If I just wait, I could catch a much better entry. Wow. Weak high here. No VPOC migration yet. A lot of stops below 73.5. We're going to target the IB. Liquidity and buy ice step in here. So we came right up to here, which we knew was an obstacle. I guess it's kind of hard to take a trade when you know that this is potential structure to avoid. It's being mindful. But we are also at this prior auction here. And we did just have the VPOC migration. So yeah, pretty bad, I would say. Reject here, holding the lows, so I think I'm going to be stopped. Stops picked. Testing back up. Slight migration down. Definitely want to see some liquidity step in. Have to break through here and then here. Maybe I should just do that. I guess I don't care that much about being wrong. So we got a pseudo scale. Covering some risk. This sweep at high and return looks very similar to Friday's close. This is a potential failed auction with 80.5 representing a heavy battle price. If long and can't afford it, I would lighten up on the next test to 78. Let's see what develops at this IB. Weak high here. That guy's trading. Yet to break the high. They're thickening up. There's a lot of liquidity up there. A little bit of pulling. Called it. So that's a pretty heavy rejection from that volume up there. Now retesting. It's really stupid. Really stupid play. Really, really dumb. Can't hold on to this, but then I want to enter another trade immediately. Like, you know, why am I doing that? This is it, though. Oh, man. Just a mirage of bad trades. Just can't hold on to what I should, and then I do what I shouldn't. I definitely have to walk away. It's definitely not shorts. Could have just walked away happy and saw what happened. Instead, I'm taking more trades. I was just exit my trades and immediately feel the need to be in more. All right, I'm gonna take a break. GG.